Aya, sasa game of the weekend, North London Derby. This is why we are here.
Buddha. Unajua
we had touched a bit on Tottenham.
No,
Tottenham doesn't scare you.
it doesn't, but I don't know why. It at all. Unacheki ile hata ile kidogo. Actually don't. And I know that may be a bit cocky of me because you have to consider the fact that they are unbeaten, right? But I don't feel like they have really been tested. Really. Like, I don't feel like they have come up against a team that would be like, hey, yo, tutata kuona. The only team they came up against them, we were thinking, let me see how Spurs will fare here, was against Brentford. And they drew. Yeah. They had to come from 2 goals down.
So they played, played Brentford in the first game. Then they played
United disjointed.
Then they've played Bournemouth. Then they played EFL Cup, which they lost. Yes. They were knocked out by Fulham. Then they beat Burnley 5-2 and Sheffield United 2-1. The last
Wanyonge wote.
2 goals.
Wamecheza tu na wanyonge toka day one. Apart from Brentford. Hizo teams zingine zote ni teams. I don't think you use them to say like sisi tuko fiti. You don't use them as a measurement of how good they are. I don't think so. And I know there's Man United then be like, oh, Manchester United. But Manchester United right now is just the name, bro. It does not instill fear. It does not.
You're not a believer in Angebon.
Postecoglou. Nah. Look, me unless on issue on Sunday, to be honest, maybe I'm going to that game nikiwa relaxed, easy, expecting 3 points. Hata Spurs wakikaa vibaya can be a thrashing for them. But then I to test sana for them. 2 things I want to test. It's not even their attack. I want to test their central midfield play. Like, how good are they? Because they have Papesa and Bissouma. I only want to hold it down.
Yeah. Bissouma has been, to be honest, though, Bissouma has been probably a top 3 midfielder in the Premier League so far. And you even wonder, is this the same person that Conte was dropping? Like,
this is the guy they bought from Brighton. This is what they bought from Brighton. This is what they paid for. This is what they paid for. Yeah. So I want to see like that midfield up against Arsenal's midfield itakuwaje. Because I think we have a better one. Then their defense. I know Spurs misdoings, especially last season, was their defense. It was bad. Na nilisikia vibaya sana wakati waliuza Sanchez. Sanchez he was coming through for me every other time.
But Sanchez used to play for us.
Hiyo game ya EFL, hiyo Carabao Cup. Kuna mzee alimtoka niko like this guy. Waki wasipouza huyu atawamaliza. So and then they went ahead and sold him. So I felt some type of way. So their defense again, Romero and I think Van de Ven, they've looked good again. But like I keep saying, I don't feel like I've been tested that much. So I want to see like how can they handle our attack. So kuna hizo 2 facets of play that I want to see how they'll fare when they come up against Arsenal. Because sahi Arsenal najua tuko on another level. So again, I'm not scared of Spurs.
I think the people who can cause us problems in that team, who will cause us problems, like obviously there's the final product that everyone sees, the goals, the assist. But from a tactical perspective, what they do with their fullbacks is what has piqued my interest. Like it's not inverted fullbacks like at the back. They're inverted in midfield. These guys are actually midfielders. He plays with the 2, Udogie and Pedro Porro. Literally play where Odegaard plays for us and where Xhaka used to play. That is where they play. This guy has just said, I'm changing everything. And it's like all the players here, they're like, oh, now we're playing football. It's been like 4 years they haven't played. Yeah? And which is funny because Postecoglou has never been, to me, Postecoglou was never that guy who was an amazing attacking coach. Funny story. So I went to uni in Australia, as you know, and Postecoglou used to coach the men's football team with the QL. So there's a time they were doing like open training sessions, and I actually went and I met him. Like, I mean, obviously, just saying hi, not Ati. Like, Ati, we had a whole conversation, but like just saying hi. But around that time, it was around the 2014 World Cup, and this guy was getting stick. Like, people were just like, he's not there for the team, he's not around, he's not in Australia, he's spending a lot of his time in the UK. Maybe he was preparing for this moment, you never know. So for me, I never saw that in him. I never saw this coach who can play like this brand of football. So, to be honest, imeni catch off guard kiasi. Like I did, even at Celtic, I didn't see Celtic. The thing is, you can't really judge a coach at Celtic because all of them who go to Celtic win their league.
Yes,
Unacheki. It's until you see them in Champions League or Europa is when you can say, okay, if this person is different, it's different. So, Ange Ball, for me, it has taken me by surprise. To be honest, it's good. It's good to see your rival also play well. I mean, they'll still won't win anything. But it's good to see your rival play well because it makes the whole competition better. It makes the North London Derby have, the stakes are even higher now, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to lose to these guys. And if you lose now, they go 16 points, 3 points clear. They will never.
Or they will make even a movie for it.
You know, even though I don't know, I only know one Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
I only know one Tottenham fan.
I beg your pardon. Sijasikia pate mwisho.
I'm saying I only know one Tottenham fan.
So hata wakishinda itakuwa tu sawa. Online ndiko tu tutasumbuliwa.
The expressions to from block.
I know even likes of Nani will come at us. These are the fans of these other teams. They will come at us if we lose, but
yeah, for sure. Hatutalala. Kwanza unajua fans wa Man U are itching. They're itching for something bad to happen to us.
Tukamoja tu simtupe tu reason. But yeah, I don't think Spurs will get anything. Like you said, maybe I'm sleeping on Spurs and the Ange Ball. I know, man. Mi nangoja nione hiyo Ange Ball on Sunday. I'm not.
Score?
I would go for. You umesema Ange Ball. Maybe they might not be as porous. But Arsenal is very strong, by the way. Arsenal is very strong, and I'm not saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan, but Arsenal is very strong, like in all aspects. We are very strong. I would not be surprised if we get like a 3-0, 4-0 win, but I'll go for a 2-0 win for Arsenal.
For me, I think I'll go for like a 3-1. I feel like they're potent going forward, but also there is room to exploit.
Yeah,
there is room to exploit in that team, and Romero is still Romero. Remember who Nule Msebado alikuwa nakula red card. He's still there. Like, yes, he's playing well, but bado ni Romero. Tukumbuke hiyo tusisahau. So for me, I think I'll go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. I feel like we can get at them. And there's like a hole there that most coaches have not seen. That Arteta for sure. Ako sahi tu amesha analyze. Kotu kwa board. Anangoja. But in a tactics kesho.
Arsenal win, nevertheless.
What game are you most excited for? Other than, obviously,
what am I excited for? Besides, of course, the big one. Of course, you always keep an eye on Manchester City. And they're even playing against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest.
Hey, but bro, Nottingham Forest ni team mbaya, bro. If you've seen anything the last few weeks, wamechapa Chelsea, wametupatia stress, they went 2-0 up against United.
I don't know, but I don't feel like they will do anything of significance. I'm keeping actually an eye on United. They're up against, is it Burnley? Or Crystal Palace? Burnley, yeah. I'll be watching that game. Wako tough more.
Away. But Burnley have put the most goals in the Premier League.
Kuliko Luton? Ama ni juu wamecheza an extra game kuliko Luton? I don't know. Yeah. Wana concede.
Actually, Luton pia wamecheza same games. Wamecheza same games na Luton. Si ilikuwa game yao.
So nani ndio wako bottom of the league? No, they are not bottom now. They are not bottom. Burnley.
They drew against
so bottom.
Nottingham
I think
Forest.
Luton bottom. I want to see if they can do something against Manchester United. I feel like this is the best time to play Manchester United for anybody.
I also think they've turned a corner. The Loche game on Nottingham Forest, they showed, if it wasn't for Lyle Foster and his stupidity, Lyle Foster nimemuingisha mpaka FPL yangu. Nimefanya analysis. Alikama akaget assist. And then he scored a goal. And then he was offside. No, it was deemed a handball of, I can't remember who it was. A few minutes later, this guy goes and elbows someone in the D. Thinking hakuna camera. Umsa alikuwa red mazi ilikuwa na uchungu na kona double game week.
I actually put him on my squad. Jo analysis yako ndio ilifanya. Siku ajua kuna double game week na kam. Sikiamsia kwa double game nilimtafuta haraka very fast. Na nikamweka but alikuwa kwa bench. Then of course akafunga niko like yes, this is what I'm talking about. Inakuwa cancelled off and alafu kuadd salt into injury, jamaa anapigwa red card. Amekaa tu kwa bench yangu. I know he will help me with nothing for this game week.
He would have gotten points and people would have brought him in. And you see, worst case scenario, even if you don't play him next week, you know he's going to go up by 0.3 in the next 2 weeks. So value yake itapanda regardless. Lakini sasa one moment can change everything.
Wait, so sai ni Rodriguez ndiye anacheza?
Alinimaliza.
They'll have to go to Rodriguez, right?
J-Rod. I think J-Rod na...
Yeah, Rodriguez I think has done a number on Man United before. He can do it again.
So, yeah, obviously, looking at the fixtures, tuko na first game kesho ni Man City na... Actually, kesho kuna games za 5-3. Man City, Nottingham Forest, Luton na Wolves, alafu Crystal Palace na Fulham. Unaonaje? City,
Wait,
City
hakuna kick-off?
Obviously tunapea City, yeah?
Kesho itakuwa dull one.
Kesho.
Lakini kesho tunajua action iko kwa rugby.
Kuna game ya Brentford na Everton 7:30, alafu ya Burnley na Man U ni 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Weird. Anyway, hizo games are 5. Man City versus Nottingham Forest, Etihad, right? Yeah, I think this is look, I feel like any team right now does not want to face Manchester City. And if you have to face them, you want to get done with them quickly. So I think Nottingham Forest will not fancy their chances, to be honest. Manchester City are just too good, man. I was actually telling some people in previous podcast I was doing, I'm scared of Manchester City. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking. They have the possibility of going unbeaten, bro. Like, I look at all the teams in England that win the Champions League the previous season, then you look at the following season, how they perform. And, I mean, there are two outliers in terms of Chelsea and Liverpool. Chelsea are doing the outlier almost everywhere. But if you look at even Man United when they won the treble in 1999, that was the beginning of them winning, I think, 3 Premier League titles in a row. They won 1999, 98, 99 they won. They won 99, 2000. They won 2000, 2001. They were the best team, without a doubt. Then you fast forward to Liverpool in 2005 when they won the 045, the drama at Istanbul. Well, the following season, I think they finished 3rd or 5 or 6. Hawakutesa sana like you'd expect. Then Man United, you look at them again when they won in 07, 08. That season was their second of winning the Premier League and they wanted to defend it, right? I know the outliers there being Chelsea in 2012 and in 2021. Chelsea achana tu now. Liverpool, when they won it in 2019. In 2019, 2020, hawakuwa wanaguzika kwa ligi. They were unplayable, bro. They were untouchable. So I'm looking at that and I'm looking at Manchester City and just the way they are, the squad, the players that they have. Wanafanya ni kuwe na kiwewe, but I believe in Arsenal. So yeah, easy win for them against Forest.
And also the fact that they managed to reinvent. You know, losing Gundogan is a big deal and Mahrez. But then now, all of a sudden, they look like the pace is back. Me, I thought that they lacked pace after like a few days going into the deadline day. All of a sudden, Doku ameingia, Matheus Nunes ameingia, and they have Alvarez who's now playing consistently. And the team looks, Guardiola is at the back. They find a way to reinvent themselves. And that's the thing. You have to reinvent. You can't be playing the same way every time and expect that and that's why I really feel bad that we lost Timber. I feel like Timber was really, he was the key. He was going to make he's going to shift everything, you know. So losing,
but you know what?
He'll
Timber slap like a new signing come March next year. They're quite the thick of things now, of everything.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to. Then Burnley,
Manchester United. You know what? I'm calling a draw. I think a draw. I know Højlund has gotten off the scoring charts now. Ametoa hiyo
You don't.
Bruno, Rashford. I don't think Rashford would be as selfish as he was in the previous game. I mean, everybody called him out. I think he tried to be a bit more of a team player against Bayern Munich instead of being a star and an individual player. The more nafikiria juu hiyo kitu, the more naona Man United wanaweza shinda. Nastaki washinde.
Okay.
You know what? I want to revise my prediction. I think United will win this one. I know they will concede goals, but I think inakaa ile ya Nottingham Forest. Ile ma 3-2 ma crazy goals. Yeah, I think United will win this one, but I am guaranteeing them to concede. So yeah, United win.
And then we have Chelsea versus Aston Villa on Sunday.
Yeah, hata sifikiri twice. Aston Villa.
Unajua Chelsea wamerest jo walicheza nani midweek?
But the Aston Villa walikuwa in a very hostile ground over the week. Conference League.
Walichapa huko 3-2.
Ay. Look, if Chelsea does not win against Aston Villa this weekend, hawatawaishinda. Hata Brighton walipigwa by the wakiwa Amex Stadium. I was expecting much more from them, but it is what it is. But Chelsea Aston Villa is a good one, to be honest.
Brighton can do everything. They can do everything apart from where they draw the line is winning their first home game
in Europe.
In Europe, how many years? Lakini wapatie United, na Arsenal.
Wana ball. Kwanza wakisikia tu ni United na wasikie tu ni United na wasikie tunaenda Old Trafford. Prime Barcelona. But yeah. So yeah, Chelsea against Villa.
And then Liverpool.
Yeah, so I'll go for
West Ham.
Chelsea, Villa.
Oh yeah, sorry. You haven't done Chelsea.
This is a very tight one, to be honest. I feel like Villa is a better team than Chelsea. I know Chelsea by paper looks strong, but kwa pitch is where they draw the line. They are not strong. They don't play well. There is no cohesion in that the way they play. They lack that cutting edge in the final third, especially scorers. Unajua hawana striker. Pia ni kama Manchester, hawana striker. So I don't think Chelsea will win, but I don't think Villa will lose either. So I'm going to go for a draw.
So then after that we have Liverpool versus West Ham. Hii naona boy akifanya kitu. Sorry, James Ward-Prowse.
That's a good one. You know what? James Ward-Prowse atalipiza kisasi. Unachiki vile Liverpool walikuwa wananyang'anya Southampton players. Watalipia on Sunday. Na atawanyorosha mlishinda mkichukua our best players kila time. Yeah, he make them pay. James Ward-Prowse amekuwa nikaa Jude Bellingham as a contribution zake. GA yake I think must be very good.
Like that's five games in a row, yeah. His first 5
I don't think
games.
this is the best time to play West Ham.
But unajua Liverpool na West Ham inakwanga
kwani go shine.
Hii sasa mazee Salah anatupatia stress bro, 12.5 million. Mazee hata hawezi mshukisha hata 0.5.
Uda mimi sina Mo Salah. I don't have him in my squad, bro.
Hata mimi sina Mo Salah. But sasa unajua ubaya ukiingisha Mo Salah, you will gut your team. You will have David Brooks in midfield. From Bournemouth.
So wait, they are at Anfield.
Anfield, yeah.
Buda ini tricky. I'll be honest. I watched West Ham play in the Europa League, and they don't seem perturbed even when they go behind. You can't jua walikuwa wanacheza na an inferior team. Because I think they conceded fast and they just went about their business, bro. And I think they came out as 3-1 winners. Na unakaa experiences zao.
But unajua ile pressure kukua bottom of the table for almost the whole season maze ilinyorosha watu, straightened people.
So when you consider that and how Liverpool up, Van Dijk amerudi ama bado ako suspended?
I suspended. Yes, game zake ni za last.
Sikuwa nimeload hiyo. Hii si rocket science bana. Liverpool watashinda. Narrow win. Narrow.
Hata bado ya sala. Ya sala. Bado unaona katika 3-1
hapana. Ka 3-2-1. That kind of win.
So this was our first episode. I feel like this was fun.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it, man. It's quite cool.
Remote sessions.
Wait, ngoja before tumalize. Akina nani wanacheza na nani? Kina Luton, Everton. Who are they up against?
Everton. Si Luton tujasema Luton wanacheza na Luton wanacheza kesho. Luton are playing Wolves.
Time Wolves collected 3 points. Everton.
I was going to say this is the best chance for Luton to get anything. Everton are playing Brentford. Hiyo sasa ni game ya Mbeumo.
Yeah, imeenda. All right, man. So like you said, it's
and maybe Brighton Bournemouth.
I think the only tricky game this weekend ni Crystal Palace versus who? Ulisema Crystal Palace versus Fulham.
Crystal Palace wanacheza.
Yeah, that's a derby, London derby. I think here ndio maybe huwezi call outrightly and say these guys are going to win. Here of course na Liverpool West Ham. Yeah. All right, man.
Sawa Nyash.
Yes.
Tutapatana next week.
It's been a pleasure for sure.
It's been a pleasure. And thank you for bringing Ruaraka to me.
It's Ruaka. Unajua kuna Ruaka na Uraraka.
By the way uko Ruaka. Nilikuwa sema Ruaraka ndio usipatikane mazi. Sina na feature identity na nini.
Ruaka ni kubwa. Yuko hawezi tupata. Yuko niko na mashimo. All right, thanks man. Have a good one.
For sure. Tutapatana next week.
Aya.
Cheers brother.